All right, mate, it's a beautiful day on the Potomac. I'm going to show you this. I talked about one of the previous videos about the high water events we've had. The river up in this section was up almost 3 feet, 3.5 feet, 7 to 10 days ago from where it is today. And you can see this on the structure behind me. This structure, the bottom half of this structure, was underwater, okay? Until the point off. That was the only part that was sticking out of the water about 7 to 10 days ago. And that's about 3 feet. But what you can look down below is you can kind of see the grass starting to come in here. See that down below? Now that we got back down to about 3 feet and less, okay? In most sections, this section it's like a foot. That sunlight's penetrating that water column. Look how clear this water is. This water is uber clear, mates, okay? And that sun's going to beat down on that grass. And all along these rocks right here, you can see in here, you've got grass growing on, like moss and grass growing on them now. And that sun is basically just beating down on them now. We're going to be 85 degrees today, all the way on the Potomac, okay? So we're going to have full sun all day long. Kind of see what the sky's out right now. How crazy beautiful it is out here right now. The water temperature is still kind of a little, I mean, it was a little warmer, I think, 2 or 3 days ago. It feels a little bit, you know, maybe it's dropped a degree or two. Not really sure. Still below that 55 degree mark, I think for sure. Maybe 50 degrees, 51 in this section. But that's what you get, mates. You get structure like this. You've got structure all along here, structure right here. You got calm water, calm, clear water, and then all of a sudden you start to get into that real shallow rock, old, you know, rock ledges, rock bars where it goes, so like basically 6 to 8 inches, and then it dumps again. And so it's really interesting to watch the grass come in. It's also interesting to see how many rock ledges there are in this section, and because those sections oftentimes will then, when they get a little bit more water level to them during the summer, late spring and summer, and we get back up above like 4 feet, 4.5 feet, you want to know where those rock lines and ledge lines are and mark them so you know. Also know where all your structure is going to be, because again, structure like that, while exposed today, 2 weeks from now could be virtually 60% underwater, okay? And then they become natural structure for the smallies to align to and relate to, and ambush and all of that stuff. There's like at least a half a dozen ambush sites right here in this area that are perfect. You got the birds ambushing right now as well, Middle River. And so, you know, that's just a little thing you can look for. Understand when you fish an area a lot of times that can mark these things and understand where they are, especially if they're like, this one's lodged up behind me. It's not going anywhere. Unless there's a 13, 14-foot stage flood event, it's going to be here. And so fish will start to relate to it, especially if the water level comes back up. So it's really, really good to know. And then right here, at the end of it, okay, right out there, you're dropping to 4 and 5 feet of water in some spots, okay? So that's the kind of stuff you like to find, is those little holes, you know, with current being adjacent to it. And they'll get in there and they'll sit in there and they'll sit on the rocks, especially in that pre-spawn era. There have been some reports that there have been some beds, okay, for smallies. Not many, but just a few in some pockets on the up. So I've not personally seen any. Certainly not seen any in this section at all. You know, and I've been doing a lot of walking and a lot of wade fishing with the kayak tether today, just to explore things and kind of get some ideas about some things, and kind of check on the grass, check on the crawl. Haven't seen any crawl today. Wouldn't expect to. I think the water temperature's still not really there yet. I think we need to get to like 60, 65 really for them to show themselves. But still, you know, beautiful, beautiful day. I've seen people. Also got an update on my way in. Walking in, I will post a video up. I'll see if I can't get them. When I was walking in today, unloading, crossing the bridge of the lock, I saw at least 8 snakeheads, okay, in the canal. The canal is like a foot of water right now. I'm going to try and get a video when I go back, I try to get a video earlier. When I went back up, I had the sun behind me, so as soon as I looked down, try to get a video down into the lock, they freaking scattered. So I'm gonna try on my way out to get a video for you snakehead hunters out there to give you an idea of the size. They look to be about 16 inches. I mean, those aren't very big, I know, for snakeheads, but there were 6 to 8 of them. And so hopefully I can get a video of that and I can show you guys. All right.